Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Lampadati Cinquemila, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. Off-road? Will it off-road? For the contract DLC continues this week. We still have several more weeks to go. I mean, all the drip feed vehicles, we still have quite a few of those to go as well. So, you know, there is much to cover still. And we'll be even doing some bonus vehicles. It was discovered going through the spreadsheet that we never tested the Toros. I don't know how we had that oversight, but it was an oversight, and we will be getting that tested soon. It will be a vehicle paired with a DLC vehicle. And then we also realized, there are like 7 variants of the Baller. And the only one that we've ever tested is the Baller LE. I'm not going to do the armored variants of the LE, or the LWB for that matter. I have an LWB, but I don't really see the point in doing it versus the LE. They're fairly similar in terms of performance. But what we wanted to also do is look at the old Ballers. The old boxy one with the funky taillights, and then the more modern looking one that all the other Ballers since all look like. So we're going to have an extra Baller episode at the end of this. Which, yes, it means if you're listening right, that makes you a baller if you watch that video. And it'll be at the very end. And then, of course, once all that's done, we will do Will It Off-Road at the races, where we take the 2 fastest and the 2 slowest from the contract DLC only, and we race them up and back down and back up and back down Mount Chiliad. It'll be a lot of fun. But for today, make sure you're playing Will It Off-Road Bingo. Will It Off-Road Bingo has a link in the description down below that you can click on. Once you get to that webpage, just click on Generate New Card, and then tap or click on the things that happen in the video as they appear on your card. And if you get bingo, you can become our 6th winner, and by putting it in the comments down below. What do you win? Bragging rights. You don't actually win anything other than bragging rights. But, hey, you'd be the 6th out of, hundreds of people who have played Will It Off-Road Bingo and never won. So I've never won. I play it. I make the videos. I sometimes remember to try to put as much stuff in there as possible to tilt the odds in my favor. And I don't manage to do it. Though, if you spent more than 2 minutes talking about something other than the car, well, hey, you're in luck, because we're at 2.5 minutes, and I still haven't talked about the Cinquemila. And we're at the top of the mountain, but, oh god, we could have turned in like a 237, 238. But I got stuck, which the back end came around, and it's just the nature of a rear-wheel drive car. But we're up 2 minutes, 45 seconds. So, Will It Off-Road? Yeah, I did really well, despite that last little hiccup there at the end. And I think I was just a little too heavy on the throttle, and the back end came around on me, which is unfortunate, but, it happens. Everybody's revving their engines over there. Holy cow. Almost ran into problems there, because I managed to clip the observation tower. But I do love the Cinquemila, and that is how you say it. Google it. Google Italian, Cinquemila. It means 5,000. I only know that because of Google Translate. Which kind of makes sense. Mia, 1,000, Cinque, 5. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Hey, donkey, what are you doing down there? But anyways, lagging out apparently. Yeah, watch for him to be in about that same position later in the video and see what happens too. It's kind of funny. Fantastic car. It is. I enjoy it a lot. It's got decent grip. It drives nice. Has a nice sound, and it looks good. And it has a pretty good number of customization options. However, it's kind of the modern version of the Felon. The Maserati Quattroporte, is what they're both based on, just from their own respective generations. So, to me, this is kind of just a modern day Felon. And if you're not aware, the 4-door Felon is the vainglorious, the official, hiker, the official glorious Crew car. I can't help but laugh when I hit a hiker. It's just funny. I need to drink water. Pardon me for a moment. If you search my channel for crew car, you'll see the requirements that you have to have. Ooh, oh, I thought I was going over there because I got hit. Somehow managed to save it. Pro driving skills right there. Yeah, if you're part of the Vainglorious and you wanna, rep the Vainglorious and the official crew car, check out that old video. I think my channel is still Brandon72Mo when I made that one. We're calling this the Crew Car Mark II. It's not an official thing, but if somebody has it and they paint it in crew blue, then it is a Crew Car Mark II. If you paint it in anything else, it's not a Crew Car Mark II. Same with the crew car. If you don't paint it and do the exact upgrade modifications as specified in the video, then it's not a crew car. And if you buy it, it's not a crew car, even if you deck it out the way it's supposed to be. Anyways, we are down sideways 2 minutes, 28, almost 29 seconds. So let's head back to the top of Mount Chiliad, fling this thing off the side and see what type of damage it sustains while we're falling. Let's talk about stats. It is now the #1 fastest sedan up the mountain out of 23 sedans that we have tested in World Off-Road. And it's a healthy lead in the sedans class. 5.5 seconds faster than the Tailgater S. And think about it. If we would have managed to get it up in... I really think we could have done a 237, 238 had I not had that issue climbing that last little bit. Man, that would be one heck of a lead. It really, really would be. I mean, that would have knocked, 7 more seconds off of it, so it would have been 12.5 seconds faster. Yeah. Hate it when things like that go wrong in the testing videos. But when it's the nature of the car, I don't feel it warrants going back to the bottom and starting over again. If it's something that... is inherent to the nature of the car that causes a problem. It's 60th overall out of 326 vehicles as of this video. It is 0.08 seconds slower than the BF400 and 0.03, so 300ths of a second faster than a Comet S2. And it's made it up 45 seconds faster than it did when we tested it in the snow. So, pretty good performance on dry land. New #1 sedan. Rockstar doesn't add sedans I'm just getting carried in general. Rockstar doesn't add sedans very often. So, it'll probably stay #1 for a while in the class. Man, this is just calamity coming down the mountain today. But we're down 1 minute, 49 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage. Hello. Person in a car. Yeah, let's take a look at the damage. I had to wait for Hobo to do a dramatic slide in. Most of the lights are gone. The front and the rear bumpers are missing. The front doors are missing. The trunk is gone. The hood and rear doors won't close. The wheels are pretty badly bent. And there is some body damage. Not a lot. There is some, especially here on the front. Look at that left front wheel. Wow. And we'll take a look at our sport vehicles. They, too, are all worse for the wear. Very, very banged up. But that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. The Overflod Zeno with the 2 little dots over the O's. Just, because that's the way you spell Overflod. Supercar. When's the last time we did a supercar in World Off-Road? Hello, hiker man. I should reverse and hit you. That'd be hilarious. Hey, well, speaking of hilarious, you can see a longer version of World Off-Road that is ad-free, no ads whatsoever. Features all the outtakes, mistakes, and general shenanigans that we get up to. I wanted the hikers so bad, it cost me time on my ascent. But just the general shenanigans that we get up to, and hear our Discord conversation when we record the videos, by becoming a channel supporter. That gives you access to the Vainglorious Supporters channel on our Discord server. So, of course, you would want to be a member of the Vainglorious Discord server. Well, how do you become a supporter? Well, one of 3 ways. You either click join here on YouTube and become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/Vainglorious, make a monthly pledge, or be a Twitch subscriber, whether that is a paid sub, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, doesn't matter. Or if it's a gifted sub, somebody gave you a sub, you're a supporter. Or if you use Twitch Prime, which, hey, you know what else you get for free with Prime Gaming? That's right, you get a free subscription to any Twitch channel of your choice at no additional cost to you. So yeah, you can you do into those things to become a channel supporter. If you've got your respective service linked to your Discord profile, that gets you access to the supporters channel on the Danglers Discord server. And that's where I post the links to the behind the scenes videos. There's other stuff that goes in there as well. Not as often as I'd like to, but there is other stuff that goes in there as well. This car, I love this car. It's a great looking car, but my God, one, the camera angle's weird on it. But two, the back end just does not want to cooperate. It's just kind of all over the place. Made for a very frustrating run up the mountain. Also, it has a very fine point between where it's getting grip and where it isn't in the dirt. And so it's real easy to go past that point, and then of course your back end starts sliding around even more, and you lose momentum going up the hill. So I was just fighting with this thing all the time to keep it, yeah, there we go, see? I just keep it in that sweet spot where it would get grip versus just spinning its wheels, and it was just kind of, I don't know. It was frustrating. And I don't get what's up with the camera on this. Like, you can't get very close to the car with your camera at all. So, and it's also at a slightly different angle than most vehicles. It's bizarre. Of course, this is also the vehicle that if you change the mirrors or the skirts, it can't go over a curb. You notice I have no mirrors on mine, which kind of looks weird if you think about it. But, wow, it ran right up that. Holy cow. But we are up 2 minutes. 48 seconds. So will the Zeno Offroad. Yes. Oh, what is plowed over the hikers. It was worth going off the very top there, back down the stairs just to nail the hikers. That was a good shot. So, people aren't ready, but we're going to go anyway without them for our controlled descent. See how long it takes us to get back down the mountain in what will hopefully be a controlled manner. Somebody's already off to the left, and then now we've got traffic on the road. I just kind of bonk my way through there. So let's see if Donkey takes Sven lines here. It doesn't count, by the way, if Donkey is seen taking Sven's unconventional lines. It only counts if Sven takes unconventional lines. And he hasn't been in the videos the past couple weeks. Yep, Donkey took unconventional lines again. Is he going to survive and not lag out this time? Maybe. The question is, will the Zeno get down the mountain unscathed? Oh, yep, there he goes. He says he switched to story mode for the walls, but I don't know. I think he lagged out. Yeah, the Zeno wants to get airborne. It's very lightweight. So even places where there aren't jumps for other cars turns into a jump for the Zeno. And FM took a shortcut. So it's a bit challenging. Of course, there, my back end came around, hit the rock, and down I go. I did manage to land on all four wheels, and again on all four wheels. So at least we're not, like, trashing the car and just flipping end over ends. But now I have the joyous task of finding a place to get grip on the throttle, which is here-ish. The wheels are spinning, and I finally just embraced the wheel spin and kept going. Because we're moving, you know, so whatever. There, I am modulating the throttle to try to find the play. Before anybody yells, let off the throttle. I was letting off the throttle. But just got to get back to the trail now. Which, there it is. Okay, problem solved. That took a while, but hey, you know, premature damage descent avoided. We did not go tumbling down the wrong side of the mountain. So all is well. And means this car will probably stay parked a lot. I really like my design that I have, and I think the green and the accents go really well with the white car, but oh well. I don't know. I don't enjoy driving this car for as good as it looks. I don't like driving it because it's always a handful no matter where you take it. And for a daily driver in GTA, I like stuff that's a little more predictable. I really do. But let's talk about its stats as we finish up the controlled descent. That 248.24 that it turned in makes it number 13 out of 24 supercars, so just 2 seconds slower than the Ubermacht SC1 and 1/10 of a second faster than the Overflod Autark. So the smaller version of what it is, I guess. I don't know. It is 78th overall, which isn't a bad place to be in, considering it's 326 vehicles. It's in the top third. It is 0.2, 2/10 of a second slower than the Landstalker XL. Good God, I just can't stop hitting things. And it is 300ths, so that's 0.03 faster than the Canis Seminole Frontier. Right around that 240 to like 246 segment is a ton of cars, like just in a really short segment. There's like 50, 60 cars all in there. Like the very top are really far away from everything else, and then like the rest of the top 75 to 80 is just jam-packed within a few seconds of each other, which speaks well for Rockstar's ability to balance cars regardless of their class for off-roading. It does not speak very well for Rockstar's ability to balance cars or even put them in the right class overall. Yeah, I'm a little stuck. Car didn't want to roll over, and of course, just as I was about to get it rolled over, it's fine. I don't know why Hobo's waiting. I don't know why anybody's waiting. Maybe they just want to be in the scene. Probably. Their moment to shine. Oh my gosh, what is even happening here? NFM, I don't think you can go through me, my dude. I'm kind of wedged on the boulder here, so I'm trying to do a burnout to get off of it. That didn't work. So it is reversed. The car is beat up, and is now bullying people. So, and on its roof again, Doggy just driving over me like I'm part of the trail. He didn't even like bounce up or anything. It was like no collision there. He just drove over me. And I can't manage to get this thing going at all. It just woo until there when I sailed and landed in a tree. Well, not quite, but I bounced off a tree. May as well just go through there backwards. That counts as threading the needle, right? Actually, I kind of hit the side a little bit, so not really. Got to get through there without hitting anything, including brushing up against the side of the walls in the tunnels, so doesn't count. And you got to do it at speed, so like that last one, I made it through, but it doesn't count because I wasn't at speed. I just started going, so it was a lot easier. And I'm just getting harassed the whole way down. No chance of clearing the wood pile. Had the wrong approach angle. Hobo almost made it over, though. But we are down 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Zeno as Hobo trashes the fence. Most of the windows are gone. Most of the lights are gone. And the hood and rear cover are missing. Looks like the doors won't close as well. I forgot to put that on the list, but that's another thing that has happened. The doors won't close. I don't know what's happening back there in the background. Just ignore them. There's just no telling. One decided to photobomb. Who knows? There are the support vehicles for our second run today. We'll be back next week with more vehicles from the contract DLC. I don't know which to. Just really depends on what gets released between now and then. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.